Greed can be a powerful ally.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Once again, we will be continuing our AI fanfiction series. Today's AI fanfiction will be, what if Mace Windu ended up fighting Count Dooku in the Clone Wars? Sit back and relax as I hope you guys will enjoy this very interesting fanfiction. It starts off like this. The Republic was in turmoil as the Clone Wars raged on. The Jedi Order, led by Grand Master Yoda, fought tirelessly to stop the Separatist movement, but they were vastly outnumbered and outgunned. Meanwhile, the Sith Lord Count Dooku had taken control of the Separatist leaders and were using them to further his own plans for power. Mace Windu, a powerful Jedi Master, had been sent to confront Dooku once and for all. So Mace set out to find Dooku, using his knowledge of the Force to evade Separatist patrols and track him down. Eventually, he found him on the planet Geonosis, where the Separatist leaders were holding a meeting. As he entered the arena where the meeting was being held, Mace was met by a group of droid soldiers and dark-side adepts, including General Grievous and Asajj Ventress. Dooku told them to stand down, but he used his lightsaber and the Force to take the droids down. As he reached the center of the arena, he found Count Dooku standing there, waiting for him. "Welcome, Master Windu," Count Dooku said with a sly smile on his face. "I've been expecting you." Mace glared at him, his lightsaber ignited, ready for battle. "You won't win, Dooku. I will stop you and bring peace to the galaxy." Count Dooku laughed. "You're too late, Mace. The galaxy is mine, and there is nothing you can do to stop me." Mace knew that he had to act fast. He launched himself towards Dooku, activating his lightsaber and striking at him. Dooku, in turn, activated his own lightsaber, and the two engaged in another intense duel. Their lightsabers clashed, and their powers in the Force were evenly matched. Dooku was a skilled duelist and had been trained by both Jedi and Sith, but Mace was a master of the lightsaber and had more experience. The battle was fierce, with both fighters using every ounce of their strength and skill. They fought with lightning-fast strikes and powerful Force abilities. They battled across the arena, destroying droids and dodging blaster fire. As the duel progressed, Mace began to gain the upper hand. He was able to land several blows on Dooku, causing him to stumble and retreat. But Dooku was not finished yet. He unleashed a powerful Force ability, sending Mace flying across the arena. But Mace quickly regained his footing and launched himself back into battle. Finally, after a long and grueling battle, Mace was able to strike the final blow, disarming Dooku and leaving him at his mercy. "It's over, Dooku," Mace said, holding his lightsaber at the ready. "Surrender now and face justice for your crimes." But Dooku was not ready to give up quite yet. He unleashed a powerful Force ability, sending a wave of energy towards Mace. But Mace was able to deflect it with his lightsaber, and the energy hit a nearby pillar, causing it to collapse on Dooku. Mace approached the rubble, thinking Dooku was defeated, but he had reached to check for any sign of life. Dooku emerged from the rubble, using the Force to pull his lightsaber towards him. Dooku quickly ignited it and lunged towards Mace, who was able to block the strike, and the two engaged in a final duel. The battle was intense and both fighters were exhausted, but in the end, Mace was able to strike the final blow, defeating Dooku once and for all. He then arrested Dooku and handed him over to the Republic for trial. Mace's victory was a turning point in the Clone Wars and was celebrated by the Jedi and the Republic. His actions prevented Count Dooku from achieving his goal of destroying the Jedi Order, Republic, and ultimately destabilizing the galaxy. With Dooku's defeat, the Separatists were thrown into disarray, and the Republic was able to gain the upper hand in the war. Mace's actions had not only saved countless lives, but had also paved the way for a long-lasting peace in the galaxy. After the battle, Mace returned to Coruscant, where he reported to the Jedi Council about his victory. The Council praised his actions and recognized him as one of the greatest Jedi in the Order's history. From that day on, Mace Windu was known as the Jedi who had saved the galaxy from certain destruction. With Count Dooku's defeat, the Jedi Order and Republic believed they were closer to victory in the Clone Wars and that the Sith threat had been eliminated. However, they were not aware that the true mastermind behind the Separatist movement and the Clone Wars was still at large: Darth Sidious, the Dark Lord of the Sith. Mace Windu, along with other Jedi, continued to lead the fight against the Separatists and were able to gain more ground and push them back. However, they were not able to find Darth Sidious, and he continued to operate in the shadows, pulling the strings of the war. As the war came to a close and the Republic emerged victorious, the Jedi Order believed that peace had finally been achieved. However, unbeknownst to them, Darth Sidious had been working on a sinister plan to destroy the Jedi and take control of the galaxy. It was then, during a meeting between the Jedi Council and the newly formed Galactic Empire, that Darth Sidious revealed himself to be the true leader of the Empire and ordered the extermination of the Jedi Order through executing Order 66 and having the clones turn on their loyal Jedi generals and execute them. The Jedi, including Mace Windu, were taken by surprise and were caught off guard by the betrayal. They fought bravely but were ultimately outnumbered and outmatched by the clone troopers, who had been programmed to obey the orders of Darth Sidious. Mace Windu, along with a few other Jedi, managed to escape the massacre and went into hiding. They knew they had to survive to keep the Jedi Order alive and keep the memories of their fallen comrades. They also knew that they had to find a way to stop Darth Sidious and bring peace to the galaxy once more. Darth Sidious, now Emperor Palpatine, declared himself ruler of the galaxy and established the Galactic Empire. The Jedi Order was deemed extinct and the Force was feared and hunted. Mace Windu and the remaining Jedi went into hiding. They knew that they had to survive to keep the Jedi Order alive and keep the memories of their fallen comrades alive as well. They also knew that they had to find a way to stop Darth Sidious and bring peace to the galaxy once more. The Jedi's mission to bring balance to the Force and stop the Sith's reign of terror was far from over, and their fight for survival and redemption had just begun. Mace Windu and the remaining Jedi were in hiding, but they knew they had to survive to keep the Jedi Order alive. They also knew that they had to find a way to stop Darth Sidious. For many years, the Jedi remained in hiding, training new apprentices and passing on their knowledge and skills. They also kept a low profile, avoiding detection by the Empire and its agents. As the years passed, the Jedi grew in number and strength, and they began to plan their next move. They knew that they had to strike back against the Empire and put an end to the Sith's reign of terror. Mace Windu led the Jedi in their fight against the Empire. He led covert operations and sabotage missions against Imperial targets, and he also trained new Jedi to fight alongside them and against the dark side. Jedi's fight against the Empire was not an easy one, and they suffered many casualties along the way, but they never gave up, and they always kept their goal in sight. Finally, after many years of fighting, the Jedi were able to strike a decisive blow against the Empire. They were able to infiltrate the Imperial Palace on Coruscant and confront Darth Sidious, the Emperor himself. The battle was intense, and the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. Mace Windu and the Jedi fought bravely against the Emperor and his guards, using their lightsabers and the Force to take them down. In the end, Mace Windu was able to strike the final blow and defeated the Emperor, ending his reign of terror and restoring peace to the galaxy. With the Emperor's defeat, the Empire was thrown into disarray, and the Jedi were able to bring an end to his reign of terror and establish a new government, one that would bring peace and justice to the galaxy. Mace Windu and the Jedi Order were hailed as heroes by the people and were credited with saving the galaxy from certain destruction. The Jedi Order was re-established and the Force was once again in balance. The Jedi Order continued to thrive, and they continued to fight for peace and justice throughout the galaxy. They also trained new Jedi, passing on their knowledge and skills to ensure that the Jedi Order would continue to thrive and bring balance to the Force for many generations to come. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed another AI fanfiction. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what you thought of this very interesting fanfiction. And as always,